I recently got asked if it's any different to print on hoodies than it is on t-shirts. So today, I'm gonna print these hoodies just to show you how similar it is to print on hoodies or pullovers than it is on t-shirts. All right, so I feel like I can speak again. I feel like I can talk again. I've been sick for the past 3 days. I went camping this weekend and it was very, very cold out there. So that only made me even more sick. And the plan was to come back Sunday. We left Friday night, but I didn't think I was gonna make it. So I had to come back home Saturday. And yesterday I was just getting rest and trying to figure out the website for the goods. As I started feeling better, I just kind of went to my computer, figured it out, and everything is pretty much just ready for me to launch. So the merch is gonna be available after today. Very excited about that. The photo shoot I think went okay. Once I uploaded the photos, I feel like I could have done a lot better. But what I do wanna talk to you guys about today is that the one thing that I wanna show you guys. So I'm gonna have this item available by the end of the week. The photo shoot for the shirts and the hoodies went very well. And I got my item in the mail today, and I was very, very impressed with the quality, and I'm sure you guys are going to be happy with it too. So if anybody out there wants or needs a phone case, they will be available next week. I personally think these are very good quality, and I love the print on them. It looks just flawless. So, oh yeah, also this one right here. So I got mine on my phone already. And this one right here, I'm gonna give this one away. It's for a iPhone 7 Plus. So if you have an iPhone 7 Plus, please comment below, I want the phone case, and I will choose one of the comments and give this away for free. So just remember, iPhone 7 Plus. Maybe you know somebody that has one, you can just say, I want it. And it's yours. So what I do want to talk to you guys about, let me fix this, okay, is the one other item that I'm releasing with my t-shirts. It's gonna be a phone case. So I order an extra one before I put them up, then I have my own. So this one I'm gonna give away. It's for an iPhone 7 Plus. So if you have one or know somebody that has an iPhone 7 Plus and you want to give it to them, just comment below, I want the phone case, and I'm going to choose one of the comments. I'm going to send it right out to you. So I personally think it's a very fine phone case. I like how it protects the phone, and it is clear on the sides. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And the design, it's also very clean, very neat. I'm super in love with it. Fits like a glove. Anyways, what I want to say to you guys is helping other companies print, and I'm speaking for myself, has been just great because they pay me well and it doesn't hurt me at all to help them out when I'm slow at my shop. But that's not always the case. Like for example, this week I have my own work going on. They asked for my help and I said yes because I know that they needed help. And I'm gonna get to the point here where I need to learn how to say just no sometimes, because I get myself in these situations where I'm putting in 20-hour days because I'm working over there, working over here, and then figuring out stuff at home, the vlog, and it just all cramps up, and I can't do that to myself. So the most important thing, I have to figure out how to say no sometimes, and then I need to learn how to prioritize. So top of the list, the screen printing shop. Second, you guys, the vlog, and then figure out like my merch and other little things that I'm doing here and there. And then if I have time, I can help other people out. Like I said, it's not a problem. It comes in handy. It pays well, and when I'm not busy, I don't mind it. But that's just my biggest issue, learning how to say no. So with that stuff being said, I hope that you guys are excited about this because I personally think this is like very awesome. I'm gonna do a close-up shot so you guys can see like all the details and how clean the print is on this. So I'm gonna have this available at the end of the week on the store, along with the hoodie and the 2 t-shirts. So let's go ahead and get started with the setup of the pullover. I have the screen already burnt. I came in last week on like, I think it was Thursday. It was Friday morning when I came in and burned it so that it was ready for today, because I knew I was gonna be helping elsewhere. And let's go ahead and get started. I hope that this answers some questions out there. I know that I talk a lot more than I actually teach how to screen print, which I should do the opposite. But you guys let me know. I always read the comments and I'm doing the stuff as you guys ask. So let's go ahead and get that done for you guys, and then we'll figure out what comes next for tomorrow. All right, so as some of you guys know, I like to mark pallet number 1. So to me, this is pallet number 1. And I always do my setups on this board. And for this, we're gonna stick to the good old same 1 color setup. This is on a 160, just so you guys know. And we're gonna go 7.5 to the center. Make sure that it's straight, and then lock it down. So let me show you guys. We have 7.5. We got it nice and straight. Okay, now let's tape it up. I'm still waiting on AST to tell me that they have this tape available so that I can let you guys know. And the link for AST is always down there for their Instagram and their website, so go ahead and check them out. If you need screens, emulsion, squeegees, whatever it is that you see at my shop, I get it from them, and you can too. So the one other thing that you should know about printing on pullovers is the off contact. So right now, we pretty much have no off contact, and we're gonna erase it just a little bit. I know that all the machines are different, but mine, just unlock this knob and twist this one, and it'll lift it right off. Do you hear it? Cool. So it's not too much. It's just a little bit more than you would with t-shirts. So it's gonna be, because this pullover is a little bit thicker than the t-shirts, you just need a tad more, not too much. All right, let's tape off the registration marks. Registration marks are taped off, and the print looks pretty clean. So let's go ahead and get it approved, get those set up on the cart. And while we get approval, we're gonna fire my tripod to dry the hoodies, because we're gonna flash print this, and also get the dryer going. All right, you guys, here's another tip. I don't know how far you guys usually set up your flash apart from the board, but whenever I print hoodies, I like to raise it just a little bit higher. So here I have it about maybe 3 inches and a quarter away from the board, because the sweatshirt just tends to retain a lot more heat. And while you're loading and printing over there, this one's drying, and you just don't want it too close to the flash, because it can burn your garment, or it can get really hot that when you bring it back around to print, you're gonna dry the ink on your screen. So just remember, when you're printing hoodies, pullovers, or any of that thick stuff like sweatpants, just separate your flash a little bit further than you normally would for t-shirts. Another important thing that you should probably know is that for these type of garments, you need webbing glue, which is 385, and you do have to spray it on every single board. So when you're done printing with this, it's gonna be so built up with lint that you're gonna have to replace your pallet peel. What up? You hear that new Lil Wayne album? Monday? Tomorrow they have the sale.
No, it's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday? See, you would know. please. Mike?
Tattoo Mondo.
Hold on. Well, the last thing that I didn't mention that you should know is that you have to preheat the pullovers or the sweatpants or the zip hoodies or anything that's this thick, because once you put it under the flash dryer, it's gonna shrink on you. So I like to send it around one time to pre-shrink it. A lot of people, what they like to do is they like to send them all down the dryer at once. That way they don't have to do one at a time or as they rotate or whatever. But this is how I like to do it, and it doesn't take a lot of time. But that's it. That's how you print pullovers or any of this kind of stuff. I hope this was helpful. I know I didn't focus on this too much, but it's pretty simple. And if you have a real thick ink, I don't, just so you know, it's not that thick of an ink. But if you do have a thick ink, what you want to do is you might want to water it down, dilute it, or mix it. So you can mix some of this clear into your white, and it's gonna thin it down a little bit. So if you're having a hard time pushing that ink through the screen, you can always use a curable reducer if you have some of that. And if you don't, just buy like a diamond white, and that should work out. Alright you guys, so there it is. Taught you guys how to print, or gave you guys some tips on how to print some sweatshirts or these types of garments. So don't be intimidated by printing any of this stuff. All you gotta do is have the right ink in there, the right mesh, and you're off contact. Don't forget to pre-shrink the garments, because they will shrink on you. And when they shrink on you, you're gonna trip out and think that the screen popped or something, or that you don't have it registered, but that's not the case. Because these are so thick, when they go under the heat, they shrink. So pre-shrink. And it's always me and you. It used to be me and Brian at Whataburger, now it's me and Jeremiah eating sushi. Hi sushi. Jeremiah.
Sushi!
That's not an entrance, but
Late night lunch.
I guess it is. Hey, where are we gonna eat? Alright, my cousin Chino wants to start his own computer, video, vlogging maybe thingamajigger. So I'm here at Best Buy to help him pick out a good computer. And like a good cousin that he is, are you here?
What's up?
Do you want that big one?
Kind of, but it's freaking...
I want it too. I know.
My own stuff.
Like, it's perfect. Don't look at that.
I know. Oh, Chino, get the Hero 7. The silver's only $100 less because it's silver. The black one's $400 because it's black.
My God, that's crazy.